Right, I'm here with Sean Ekstrom at, we're in Hogsback, and he's got a Bushwakka.
Yep.
Which model is this?
It's a Safari Cargo.
Okay, and this is not a new one, it's a little older, is it?
It's a 2007 model.
Yes, okay. Have they changed much?
And not much in the shape of it, but they've tweaked a lot of the tent, and there's a couple of minor changes, color changes of the tent, but the layout is basically the same.
Okay, well we'll have a look through it when that truck goes past.
Sure.
It's a lovely little camping unit. Can you show me around? Show me what there is.
Look, let's start in the back. And I think it's one of the trademarks of the Bushwakka, which is the kitchen unit at the back, and which we really enjoy, because everything is set up in close proximity of each other. So we've got our fridge, we've got our drawer system, which takes a hell of a lot of food and equipment. And then our sort of pride and joy is the kitchen unit, which folds out. It's got a 2-plate stove, and then all the utensils, glasses, cutlery, the works.
Lovely, and this all comes as standard?
Yes, and I think this is the trademark of the Bushwakka. Very few of the off-road trailers have got something similar. The nice thing about it is when we do travel and we stop off somewhere alongside the road, it's so easy to set up, make a cup of coffee or a slice of bread and food, because everything's set up in this kitchen unit.
And you're cooking on gas?
Yep.
Yep. And where's your gas cooker? Do you have it in there?
Here it is.
Yeah.
So there's a 2-plate.
Oh right,
Yep.
okay, on that one. That's also nice to have a cover.
Very nice, very nice.
And a cushion cover so you can use it for something else.
That's right. And the other thing that's quite nice about it, this unit is sealed very nicely. So when you go through dust and what have you, it's pretty protected.
That is very nice.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a very, not cloudy, what do you call it? I think we are in the clouds here, but a very misty day.
For sure.
Yeah, with parrots in the background, and it's a very interesting spot.
And where do you want to be?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right, where next?
All right, well, let's go around the back before we get into the inside.
Okay.
We've got a little workstation over here where we do the dishes and whatnot.
Do you have a water connection?
We've got a water connection here. So it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's about 80 litres of water it can handle.
Yes.
And it's got its own tap here. I've emptied it out, obviously. So here's storage here, and then we've got a lot of storage in here with all our camping equipment, extra tents, ground sails, etc., etc.,
yes.
which is quite nice. A nice big space.
Right.
Yeah. It's got a light inside there too, if you need to see what's going on. We've got a.
And then these boxes down here?
These was your storage. So
Just the one, is it?
There's one on either side. So I keep my toolbox and
Okay.
goodness knows what else here.
Yes, yes.
And then in the back, normally a storage for our jerry can. But I've got a portable braai and sort of braai equipment I keep in here. If we're traveling long distance to Namibia, Botswana, we would normally fill it up with water or diesel.
Right.
Then in the front, we've got our water storage.
Yeah, it's on the side.
Up in the top here.
We're a little bit.
And you fill up on the top
Right.
and open up at the bottom.
Yep.
And then we've got a freezer. So
Yeah.
the back area we use that as a fridge, and the front we use this as a freezer.
Can you pull that out? Does it
Yeah.
come out? Let's
Yeah.
have a look inside, see how big it is. And that's an electric one. So does it run on gas as well?
No,
Just electric.
Battery and electric. Yeah.
Okay, so battery as well. So if your car's on or
Yes.
running, will
Yes, we've got an inverter system. So while
Yeah.
we're traveling, it's charging the fridge and the freezer.
Yes.
And then obviously when we stop at a place, we can run off the battery close to a day and a half.
Oh, that's a long
Yeah,
time.
very nice.
And does that inverter and battery system come with the Bushwakka?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so it comes installed. Great. So you got your cold food and cold beers and drinks and things when
All the important
you get to the place.
Okay, and we obviously haven't opened this up, but they do come with the little steel prods that keep this open.
Yes.
But since we've got a bit of rain, we've decided to keep that closed.
Right. So you've got a waterproofing cover here.
Yes. The covers for once we folded up the tent. It zips closed very easy, nice big industrial zips, and closes the tent up quite nicely.
So that cover comes with the unit.
It's all included, yes.
Right.
But then mostly if you're spending a long time at a place, I would unzip it, fold it up and put it into storage.
Right.
But because we're only here for a couple of days, I've left it like this. But it's easy to set up, and it's out of the way. We've also got our spare wheel in the front right of the trailer,
Yes.
which is very easy and convenient to get to.
Right.
I also from Bushwakka got this cover, which really just protects the stones from jumping against the vehicle.
Right.
So we've gone through Botswana and Namibia with this, and it's been a godsend.
And does it travel well on bad roads?
And that's one of the reasons why we bought the Bushwakka. It's probably got one of the best undercarriage systems, I think, on the market. So we've been to some quite hairy places,
Yes.
but very confident with the Bushwakka.
Right.
Yeah.
Never given you any trouble.
Touch wood.
Okay, anything else in the front here?
No, I think that's about it.
So you're using the waterproofing just over the front things, are you? Just
Yes.
to keep the rain off?
Because of the rain, I've kept it over like this, just to protect the front section.
Yes.
But like I said, if you're staying at a place for quite some time, and you can easily take it or fold it up and put it back into storage.
Right. Right, so we've had a look around the outside of the Bushwakka. Let's have a look at your inside.
You're welcome. Mostly it's just Anita and myself that travel.
Yes.
But when we've got the kids, the other thing that I like about the Bushwakka is the space down at the bottom here.
Right.
So when the two kids, we've got two daughters, when they were small in particular, it was ample space for them to sleep down at the bottom
Yeah.
and for us to move out. And then we've got a nice double bed up on the top here.
Right.
Lot of ventilation, 3 windows
Yes.
on top, easy access through the ladder.
Yeah.
And then the nice thing about the Bushwakka as well is the drawer system for our clothes. So that's with ample space
Right.
and easy accessible.
Yes. I must say, you were saying that it wasn't very tidy, but it is very tidy.
Look, I think if it wasn't raining, we'd have a lot of the stuff outside now at the
Yes.
moment.
Yes.
But with the weather as it is, we've put in a lot of stuff inside. And that's the other nice thing too, is because we're going away for the day, it's nice to put your stuff in, lock it up, and it's pretty safe.
Yes.
So the kitchen unit locks up, everything locks up, and you know, so when you're away for a day, there is that comfort knowing everything's safe and sound.
And you happy with the waterproof aspects of the tent?
Well, you know, just to give you an idea, we were just chatting about it last night, Anita and myself. We spend a lot of time in Namibia and Botswana, and obviously rain is not such a big factor there.
Yeah.
But being in Hogsback this week, we've had more rain than we've ever had with this Bushwakka, and it's been beautiful because the no leaks, and what a pleasure to sit in the tent and when it's raining, cats and dogs, as it has been the last couple of days.
Isn't it noisy?
We love it.
Okay.
Yeah,
and with the tent, do you get a lot of noise from people talking outside, the 1 o'clock brandy drinker?
Look, I think fortunately the places that we normally, and I think that's also a huge plus point. When you've got a van like the Bushwakka, it gives you the opportunity to go in 4x4 areas where most people don't, go. So that we've got to a point where we actually we're quite selfish. We like these isolated places. But having said that, I mean, if you end up on the main road stopping at any caravan park and there are the brandy drinkers, I can't see it being any worse than in any a caravan of some sort, or any other opposition product for that matter.
Right.
All
So
I know
you seem very happy with the
I think
Bushwakka.
the other thing I do like is that the service we get from Jasper and the team is amazing. You can.
Do you work for Bushwakka or something?
No, but I've come a long way with them, and I think,
how long have you had this one for?
well, I rented it from them initially, and then I bought it from them in 2010.
Oh, so you've had this like 12 years?
Yes. So we had
Okay, so you've had a long time to test it out.
Yes.
And so your children stay in the tents outside?
Yeah. At the moment, because they're a bit older and they got the boyfriends, the space is obviously limited here. But
Yes.
they grew up in this area,
Right.
and I think it's given them the opportunity to explore places which most kids perhaps don't get the opportunity. So they've seen some things that most haven't, and partly because of the fact that we've got a caravan like this can take us to places like that.
Can you give me a run through the tent setup that you've got here,
Yeah,
the
sure.
outside section? So everything folds down and goes into the
On top of the van.
Oh, it goes on top of
Yes,
the van.
yes.
Okay.
And it's actually so simple. Anita and I do it, and have been doing it for the last 10 years ourselves.
Yes.
It just goes so quickly.
Right.
So everything's connected. It's not like you have to take one tent or sheet off and fold it up and do it. It's all connected.
Okay, so you basically just pull out the top sheet here, put
Yep.
the poles in, tie them
Yep.
in, put your pegs in. I know I'm saying it sounds easy. How long does it take you to put it up?
Literally 3 or 4 minutes.
Oh, that
Yeah,
quick.
Yeah.
So that
Very,
is
very quick.
fast.
I think the thing that takes the longest would be the setting up of the pegs.
Yes.
But all in all, within 10 minutes, I mean, you're pretty jacked. You set up.
Yeah, this ground's quite nice, isn't it? It's soft.
Yes, very much.
Get those hard grounds that you bend your pegs on. And then, so let's go around this way.
Sure.
And you've got a ground, another sheet over the top. That's just as
This is the braid sheet.
yes,
And this is normally for the hangs and over the window.
yes.
We've tilted it at 45 just to prevent rain from coming in, but also to give us some good airflow.
Right. And that rain sheet, does that come with the vehicle?
Yes, everything you see is included.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you've on the right hand side here, you've got a couple of little, or just one actually. No, two. You've got two windows on this side.
Yep.
With one covered with a sort of awning type thing.
That's right.
Okay. And then on this side you've got another tent.
Yes, we've slanted it at a 45 because of the rain.
Oh no, that is the rain cover.
It's the rain cover, but it's also a nice covering for the sun
Yes.
when you're working in the kitchen area.
Absolutely.
So, and especially in the drier, hotter places, it's a godsend. Because
And everything looks very new. You've had it for 12 years or 11 years. How often do you camp?
Look, we camp at least once a year for the 3-week holidays in June, July,
Yes.
and then probably about 4 weekends a year.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you're
it's-
probably using it, what, 2 months a year?
That's right.
Okay. And it still looks in very good condition. It's obviously been in sun and rain and all
Yes.
the elements.
We replaced the cover about 3 or 4 years ago.
Yes.
That was faded, but the van stands in a car park every day.
Right.
So it's away from the wind and weather and rain and
Nice.
whatnot. Once we get back home, we spend a day or two cleaning it up and we're vacuuming it and putting it back into storage.